Cha Eunwoo stands at the center of a growing debate that extends far beyond one celebrity's personal situation, highlighting the widening gap between traditional tax administration systems and the rapidly evolving structure of the K-culture industry. As K-pop, K-dramas, brand endorsements, global fan meetings, and digital content revenues intertwine into a single transnational business model, artists like Cha Eunwoo are no longer simply domestic entertainers but complex global enterprises whose income streams flow through multiple countries, platforms, agencies, and contractual frameworks. In such an environment, the burden of compliance often shifts disproportionately onto the individual artist, who must navigate outdated tax categories that were designed for conventional salaried employees rather than hybrid creative entrepreneurs. The result is a system where administrative lag can create the perception of wrongdoing even when the artist has acted in good faith, relying on professional accountants and agency guidance. Cha Eunwoo's case illustrates how public scrutiny tends to fall first and hardest on the celebrity figure, while the structural shortcomings of tax authorities, such as inconsistent classification of overseas earnings, unclear guidelines on intellectual property revenue, and delayed regulatory updates for digital content monetization, remain largely invisible to the general public. This dynamic is particularly pronounced in the K-culture sector, where revenue can originate simultaneously from streaming platforms, global advertising campaigns, luxury brand partnerships, acting projects, and fan-driven digital ecosystems, each governed by different taxation rules across jurisdictions. When tax frameworks fail to evolve at the same pace as the industry, compliance becomes a moving target rather than a clearly defined obligation, increasing the likelihood of retrospective adjustments that are then framed as individual liability issues. Moreover, the intense media environment surrounding Korean celebrities amplifies reputational damage long before technical details are clarified, creating a narrative in which the artist appears culpable while systemic inefficiencies escape scrutiny. Cha Eunwoo's image as a disciplined, carefully managed public figure further underscores the disconnect between personal conduct and bureaucratic interpretation, raising broader questions about whether current tax policies adequately reflect the realities of cultural globalization. The K-culture economy operates on speed, digitalization, and cross-border collaboration, yet administrative processes often remain bound to paper-based documentation, slow interagency coordination, and rigid income categorization that cannot easily accommodate multi-platform creative labor. This mismatch not only places artists at risk but also threatens the sustainability of an industry that has become a significant soft power asset and export driver. Rather than framing such situations as isolated celebrity controversies, they should be understood as policy signals indicating the need for specialized taxation guidelines tailored to entertainment professionals, clearer definitions of global income streams, and proactive communication between regulators, agencies, and artists. Without these reforms, the cycle will likely repeat, with individual performers bearing the reputational cost of systemic delay. In this sense, Cha Eunwoo's situation is less about personal fault and more about the growing pains of an administrative structure struggling to keep pace with a cultural economy that now operates on a global, digital, and highly diversified scale.